In this video, we're going to talk about how to use the quadratic formula. So one thing to keep in mind, the quadratic formula is going to be used based on our standard form. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c. And the equation is going to be negative b plus and minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times ac all over 2 times a. So some of the common questions asked of the formula is the negative 4 and the 2 that we see are part of the formula. We're not talking about how the formula was created, but those values are included in the formula. So we need the a, b, and c to be substituted in. The plus minus that is used is because we need two solutions. And the other issue that we have the plus minus is because square roots have a positive and negative solution. So for example, if you took the square root of 9, the positive answer would be 3, and the negative answer would be negative 3, because negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. So we need both solutions, and that square root having the positive negative leads us to this right here. So if we have the function f of x equals 3x squared minus 5x plus 2, we have our a value, our b value, and our c value. So using our equation, we're going to substitute the values in, and here's what we get. So the original b value is negative 5. So the negative b of the formula tells us to take the opposite of the b value. So the opposite of the b value makes this a positive 5. We have our plus and minus, and then our square root. The square root term is what we call the discriminant. This will become important in further lessons. And we divide it by 2 times a. So once we substitute these values in, we end up with something that looks like this: the 5 squared minus the 4 times 3 times 2. All of that will give us 5 plus and minus the square root of 1 over 6. The square root of 1 is 1. So now we have our two calculations here. We have 5 plus 1 divided by 6, which is 6 over 6. And we have 5 minus 1 over 6, which is 4 over 6. So our two solutions for this are going to be 1 and 2/3. Now, these two numbers are rational solutions. It is possible to get an irrational solution using the quadratic formula. That type of solution will have a square root where it's not a nice perfect square type number. So for example, if the solution was 5 plus minus the square root of 2 over 6, that would be considered an irrational solution, since we cannot take the square root of 2 to get a nice rational number.